Sumrall Baseball program would like to send a shout out to all of our sponsors listed on the message board throughout the season. Thank you for all of your support.
What is it? Seth White. Seth White. Wow.
Well, a pleasant good afternoon to you live from Steve Knight Field here on the campus, well, off campus of Sumrall High School. It's time for some Bobcat baseball here on a Tuesday night. Hello, everybody. I am not Kelly Sander, but I am Caleb Hamill here to bring you tonight's contest. The Bobcats coming in tonight with an overall record of 17-3, facing a Forest County AHS, trying to really get their season together. 1 district win to 5 losses, an overall 4-11 record for the Aggies from Brooklyn, Mississippi. They try to improve their mark tonight, but Sumrall trying to improve their district record beyond the 5-1 record they already possess and try to lock in themselves into a #1 seed overall in Region 7 of Class 4A. The Forest County AHS lineup looks like this. They'll lead things off with a senior number 19, Ethan Watts. He'll play in right field. He'll be followed by the junior Blake Polk, who'll play at short, and then Alec Adams, the designated hitter, due up in this inning. And finish out the order for you. Batting cleanup, it's Levi Odom, who's also getting the start on the mound. Then it's Wade Riles, Daniel Kelly, Braden Montet, Jason Garner, and then Mario Green. Playing in the field, yet not batting for the Aggies, is Mason Shows. He'll be playing at third base. Halen Sanford getting the start tonight for the Bobcats. He stands on the mound, goes into his windup, and his first pitch is on the way, and a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Ethan Watts at the plate. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, center field. Jackson ranging over to his left, and he makes the easy catch for out #1.
Shortstop, Blake Polk.
That'll bring Blake Polk to the plate. Polk, a Forest County AHS player who's been one of their threats in the batting circle, or batter's box, I should say. He's the lone home run hitter of this Aggie squad this year, batting .278 compared to the team's .204 batting average. 1 down, the righty stands in. The senior Halen Sanford into his windup, and the first pitch on the way. Inside, just missed the plate, 1-0. Sanford starting the day, coming in the season with a 1.11 earned run average, 4 wins to 1 loss in 7 appearances. Does have a save on the year as well. That pitch catches the outside corner, and that evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ethan Watts retired. Blake Polk at the plate for the Aggies. Sanford deals the 1-1. Just on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. I'm going to be honest, that one looked a little bit inside. Just a bit inside. Wide plate today. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one off the outside corner. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Blake Polk at the plate. We'll set the Sumrall defense for you here momentarily. The 2-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. First strikeout of the game for Halen Sanford, 2 away.
Designated hitter, Alec Adams.
Alec Adams, the DH, standing in, sophomore right-hander. Sophomore batting .200 on the year with 2 doubles and 5 runs batted in. With 2 down, here's the first pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Sumrall defensively tonight, Javen Williams playing in left field, Dennis Jackson in center, Billy Garrity in right. Then across the infield left to right, you got Barrett, Morgan, Berry, and Story. And then your Bobcat battery, Halen Sanford on the mound, and Crawford behind the plate. That one popped foul to the right side, out of play. Sanford ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes, 2 down here in the inning, trying to get the Aggies to go 1-2-3 here in the top half of the first frame. Into his windup. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just a bit low for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Outfield playing straight up. Right fielder Garrity kind of playing up just a bit to the opposite field side. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3, and down goes Adams, and 1, 2, 3 go the Aggies. 2 strikeouts for Halen Sanford to start off the contest. Got a fly out, then back-to-back strikeouts. Well, that'll bring up Sumrall's batting lineup. We'll tell you a little bit about them. A familiar look for the Bobcats offensively. Dennis Jackson will lead things off. The senior plays in center field and wears the number 5 jersey. He'll be followed by a fellow senior, Zane Berry. He'll start at second base today, as you know. Graham Crawford behind the plate bats third. Then Billy Garrity rounds out the order of seniors to start the top half of the lineup. The cleanup hitter is playing in right field today, wears number 31 for the Bobcats, and boasts a pretty decent batting average so far this year, leading the team with a 360 batting average. Actually, does not lead the team. Zane Berry has a 383 mark, I beg your pardon. But has 7 home runs on the year. That one does lead the team with 27 RBIs, a mark that no other Bobcat is anywhere close to, quite frankly. So following Billy Garrity in the 5 spot, it's Javen Williams playing in left. Then Hunter Barrett at third base, another senior. A bevy of seniors in this Sumrall lineup, as you know. Mason Story plays at first and bats 7th. Batting 8th, it's Seth Mitchell as the designated hitter, and then Tanner Morgan rounding out the order and playing at shortstop. Sumrall is a team batting .313 on the year, the slugging percentage of .483. They have 15 home runs to their credit and a decent strikeout to walk ratio. They've struck out 117 times, but they've walked 101. Honestly, not a bad margin when you compare it to that of Forest County AHS. They've walked 60 times, but struck out 131. Defensively, here's what Forest County looks like. Well, first we'll talk about their appearance a little bit. You can see it in their screen right here. They're wearing a signature maroon uniform, but they have white pinstripes. It's kind of the inverted color of what you normally see. A maroon cap with a Forest County AHS logo on the bill. White numerals, and Sumrall in their, well, I like to call them the Kansas City Royals look. The old Royals look with a powder blue top, white pants, navy numerals trimmed in gold. And Dennis Jackson takes his stick, and the righty stands in to face Levi Odom, a freshman right-hander for the Aggies. First pitch on the way to Jackson. Pulls back the bat and takes a ball outside. Ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Odom into his windup in the 1-0. Ground ball, third baseman gloves it on 2 hops. Will throw it across the diamond in time. 5-3 on the putout. Jackson retired. That'll bring up Zane Berry. We mentioned he has a pretty decent average for this team, batting .383. 9 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a home run to his credit. And a pretty good guy on the base paths, too, once he gets on. Successful on 13 of 14 stolen base attempts this season. The senior Berry stands in with 1 down of the inning. Third baseman playing even with the bag. Here's the first pitch. He shows bunt. Takes 1 downstairs for ball 1. Middle infielders playing at a normal depth there. Swing and a miss from Berry. Evens the count 1-1. If you haven't been to Larry Nightfield, I'm talking about his brother all of a sudden. 305 down the line in right, 370 to straightaway center, and 325 down the line in left. Low and away, ball 2. Berry not much of a power hitter, but has the ability to get on base a good bit for these Bobcats. Another one outside, and he's ahead in the count, 3 balls to 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless game so far. Aggies retired 1-2-3 in the top half of the first inning. Odom goes into his windup, and here's the 3-1. Off the outside corner, and ball 4 issued to Berry. My first time out here at Larry Knight Field, and I'll tell you what, it's a very nice atmosphere in baseball around these parts. Folks that love this sport, love to support this team. I just love a good day of baseball, and today's a great one for it. Crawford, a switch hitter against the righty Odom, batting left. The runner at first base, the first offering. That's a moonshot to deep right center field. Don't even chase it. Bye-bye. A two-run shot for Graham Crawford. Crawford yanks his third home run of the year and drives in RBIs 20 and 21 on the season. Touch 'em all, Crawford.
Right fielder, Billy Garrity.
Well, here comes another power guy to the plate, Billy Garrity. The freshman Levi Odom giving up another home run on this season. That's only his second one given up so far this season, seventh one given up by Aggie pitching this year. First pitch is on the outside corner to the switch hitting Garrity, batting left. Two to nothing, Sumrall on top. 0-1 pitch. That one drifts a little low. Count now even, a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 to Garrity. That one's low. 2-1 now, hitter's count. Here's the pitch. Alvin catches the outside corner. Well framed by the catcher, Montet. Set the FCAHS defense for you in just a moment. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down for Billy Garrity. The 2-2. Off the outside corner. And now a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Garrity. The payoff pitch on the way. Upstairs, and he walks him. Second walk issued.
Left fielder, Javen Williams.
Garrity earns first, and Javen Williams will stand in. Billy Garrity getting walked there. He's gotten his now, let's see, 16th walk issued this year. So the senior getting on base, has a pretty good on base percentage marked to his credit. 536 on the year. Williams does not go on the pitch right there, so it's 1-0. They did appeal, throw over, Garrity runs back. 2-0 your score, Sumrall on top. 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Timeout is called as Coach Knight wants to give a little word to Javen Williams at the plate. While he's doing that, we'll introduce to you these Aggies of Forest County AHS in the field. Left to right across the outfield, it's Daniel Kelly, Jason Garner, and then Ethan Watson right. And then around the horn, left to right, Mason Shows, Blake Polk at short, Mario Green at second, and Wade Riles at first. And the Aggie battery on the mound is Levi Odom, pitching to Braden Montet. 1-0 the count. Billy Garrity at first base, and here's the pitch. Hard chopper. Shortstop gloves it on a snow cone, but he drops it. Now picks it up and throws. It's not in time. That's an E6 on the shortstop, Polk. Looked like he fielded it pretty well, but as you mentioned, he snow coned it on the end of his glove and did not secure it very well. Williams reaches on the E6. Garrity moves over to second. Now it's Hunter Barrett's turn at the plate. 2 runners on and 1 down in the inning. First offering, fastball on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Odom looking down into the signs of his catcher Montet. Sets with a glove high at his chin and delivers a pitch, bunt shown and a ball taken. Not a whole lot of wind at the ballpark today. You see Old Glory out in center field. It's tailing just a little bit to the right field side, which is where Crawford hit that monster mash to right center. Foul ball back. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Barrett. Garrity at first, Javen Williams at, Garrity at second, Javen Williams at first. Odom looking Garrity back and now delivers a pitch. Upstairs, gets by the catcher Montet. Each runner will advance a base. Williams trots on to second base, and Garrity moves to third. Third baseman Hunter Barrett at the plate with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. The pitch, grounder towards second. Gloving it and tossing it to first is Green, but it's dropped. It is dropped and a run scores.
First baseman, Mason Story.
So an error charge. You want to put that on the first baseman, get the error right there? I would think so for dropping it. 2 errors so far in the inning. And that is a tough pill to swallow if you're Forest County AHS. But the Bobcats will take it. They lead it 3-0. And Mason Story standing in with runners at the corners. Still only 1 out in the inning. Righty Levi Odom is going to have to take a step off the rubber as time was called at the plate. Barrett does not pick up an RBI out of that error. Well, actually, I think he would. Would have been a ground out, but an RBI situation. So Barrett does get 1 run batted into his credit. He reaches first. Javen Williams at third. Mason Story, a 1-ball, no-strike count. Grounder towards short. Polk comes up with it, throws it on to first, and gets just the second out of the inning. And Williams crosses home for run number 4 for the Bobcats.
Designated hitter, Seth Mitchell.
Bobcats already down to their 8th spot of the order, and we're only 2 outs deep in the first inning. Mitchell reaches. The Bobcats will bat around. Hunter Barrett now at second base after the ground out. Mitchell fouls that one back, strike 1. 4-0, Bobcats on top. They've done it with only 1 hit to their credit. A monstrous shot from Graham Crawford to right center field. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch on the inside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell in a hole right here. Batting .303 on the year. Ball gets by the catcher Montet. Runner trying to get to third, and he'll do so. Throw was offline, and Barrett cruises into third. On the pass ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mitchell trying to score Barrett over there at third base. He's 90 feet away. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. And that's strike 3. Well, the Bobcats plate 4 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, 1 man left on base. Sumrall leading 4-0 after only getting a single hit in the first. They'll take it, though, as they go into the second inning with a big lead, or with a nice lead after 1. After going 3 up, 3 down, they'll send the 4, 5, and 6 hitters up to the plate. Levi Odom, Wade Riles, and Daniel Kelly when play continues. In the meantime, we'd like to thank a couple sponsors for this Sumrall stream. And thank you for joining us here on the Sumrall Athletics YouTube channel. I'm Caleb Hamill, filling in for Kelly Sander tonight. We want to thank those State Farm agents Stacy Clark and Lance Ware for their proud partnership with the Sumrall Athletics YouTube channel, and also ComSouth. I want to thank them for being a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. Halen Sanford back on the hill. Senior righty, whose number matches the grade that he fulfills at the moment, number 12. Take a little preview of this Forest County lineup due up in the inning. Levi Odom, who struggled there to get out of the first inning after facing a total of 8 batters. Levi, a freshman, batting 182 on the year. Only 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, and no other extra base hits to his credit. So Sumrall completes their warm-ups, and Odom, right-handed thrower and right-handed bat as well. Starting to cool off as the sun is setting, and shadows are elongated across Larry Knight Field today. Started this game at 6:39 in the afternoon, or early evening, I should say. Approaching the 7 o'clock mark now. Here's the first pitch inside. Odom crowding the plate a little bit here to start off the at-bat. Middle infielders for the Bobcats playing on the edge of the outfield grass. Kind of a wide open gap there right up the middle. Takes a pitch high. 2-0. The count. The pitcher Odom at the plate, and there is a strike. Odom batting beneath the team's batting average. Here's the 2-1. Popped foul, back and out of play. I believe in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Odom trying not to be a strikeout victim. Sanford trying to collect his 3rd strikeout in 4 batters. Sanford going through his signs, selects the pitch, winds and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Sanford in the game. Came into the contest with 19 and has already notched his way up to 22 so far this season. That'll bring Wade Riles to the plate. Riles, first baseman for the Aggies today. Batting .237 on the year with 4 RBIs and no extra base hits. A strike called on the outside corner. Sanford got out of the first inning, 3 up, 3 down, only threw 11 pitches. He's thrown 6 so far here in the second. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, got a big swing and a miss. Fooled Riles that time, and he's on a whole 0-2. Sanford ready. He deals. A little bouncer to the plate that time. Ricocheted off the backstop and is going to go right back to the mound to him. He examines the baseball, now wants a new one. You know, sometimes you like to feel like there is damage to the ball, but other times you may feel like there's just some bad juju, some bad luck on that ball. I don't want to throw that one again after getting a bouncer to the plate. Nevertheless, it's a 1-2 count, and here's the pitch on the way. Up and in. That evens the count, 2-2 now. Halen Sanford on the mound with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. 1 down here in the top of the second. Sumrall leading 4-0. Out of the line, here's the 2-2 pitch. Ooh, checked his swing, pulled it back, and the pitch is called out of the zone. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dennis Jackson playing a little bit right of center. Everybody playing a little bit to the right side. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, strikeout number 4 for Halen Sanford. I tell you, that Forest County AHS strikeout to walk margin has really proven itself. 4 strikeouts, no walks so far in this game. 2 down in the inning. Here's Daniel Kelly. 2 up, 2 down here in the second so far. First pitch is on the outside corner. The fastball. 0-1 the count with 2 down. Sanford deals the 0-1. Fouled back, and he's in a hole. Kelly is. No balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Kelly, junior, batting .256 on the year, 6 RBIs and 1 double. Can he strike out the side? Sanford trying to do it here on an 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. And he bounces that one. He's got some pitches to waste. Went to a full count with Wade Riles and got the swing and a miss. Trying to work it out right here. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 on the way. Popped up, behind and out of play. Quick check to the left side to make sure I wasn't parked over there, and I'm good. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kelly at the plate. The junior outfielder for the Aggies of Forest County AHS. Sanford going through his signs. He winds. He deals the 1-2. Fly ball left side, hooking and foul. That one will breathe a little. That will cause the Bobcat faithful to sigh in relief a little bit there. That could have been easily a double as Williams was kind of playing a little more straight out. Now he's kind of tailing a little bit more toward the line. Kelly with 2 foul balls after reaching 2 strikes. A 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike out. 3 in the inning, 5 in the game, and Sanford strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add the second at bat, and that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pitches in the inning for Sanford, but it is a 3 up, 3 down inning, and he's pitched a total of 28 so far in this game. Sanford's dealing, Bobcat fans. He'll face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters when they reach the top of the 3rd inning. But meantime, back on the home side, Sumrall will send the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Morgan, Jackson, and Barry due up in this one. I'd like to remind you of some other sponsors for Sumrall Athletics in the YouTube channel. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of these young men and all Sumrall Athletic events. The Family Practice After Hours, we want to thank you, as well as Magnolia State Bank and Bellevue Specialty Eye Care. Wonderful sponsors of Sumrall Athletics, especially our baseball broadcasts.
Leading up the bottom of the second for the Bobcats, shortstop, Tanner Morgan.
So Tanner Morgan grabbing his stick and taking it to the plate. Senior righty. Batting .163 on the year. 7 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run to his credit. Senior Tanner Morgan stands at 6'1", weighs 190, and takes a pitch in there for strike 1. Four to nothing your score, Sumrall on top. Bobcats scored 4 runs on just 1 hit to start off the game. Here's the 1-1, fouled back and out of play to the right side. Morgan behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. After him, it'll be back to the top of the order, and Dennis Jackson, who grounded out to third base in his first time up, and Barry reached on a walk. Here's the 1-2. Hard grounder over the pitcher's head, gloving it behind the second base bag, and throwing it in time is Polk. And they did keep it in the glove. Wade Riles having some difficulty there as it was coming onto the turf there at the last moment, but he kept it in his glove, and the out is recorded. 6-3 on your put out. Blake Polk gets the out. or gets the assist on the out. Dennis Jackson now standing in, 0 for 1 of the day. I'll tell you what, Tanner Morgan, for some, that could have been an interesting infield single type situation. Jackson shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1. And for some, as long as it takes that ball to chop over the pitcher's head and go behind second base, a lot of times a speedy fella at the plate can motor on down to first before the throw gets there. Although for Sumrall, for an all-turf field, you do get a true hop. 2-0 the count on Jackson. Here it comes. Ground ball, shortstop having to range over, backhands it, long throw over to first, and they got him by a step. Pretty nice play for Blake Polk over there. Making 2 pretty impressive plays. That one a little bit more routine after picking up an error back in the first inning that got Javen Williams on the plate. 2 down to the inning. Zane Berry, who walked and scored in the first inning, now at the plate with 2 down. Odom into his windup. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Owen won the count. Ogum wasting no time, ready to work. Hard ground ball to the shortstop again. This time it takes a little bit longer. He double clutches and couldn't get it out of his glove in time. That's an infield single for Berry. That was a long range over to the backhand side for Polk, and he can't make the talented play 3 times in a row. Sumrall notches their second hit of the game, and now Graham Crawford, who had that big monstrous shot to right center field, will stand in. He was responsible for those first 2 runs of the game. Batting from the left side, Crawford. Homered on the first pitch. And now puts a shot into this one to the center field. But this one should be caught. Jason Garner camping out under it. Takes some steps inward and makes the catch. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 man left on the bases. Through 2 innings, Sumrall leading still 4-0. Berry's left stranded. Crawford flies out to center. And then a couple of ground outs to short. Some talented plays from Blake Polk over there at the shortstop position to keep Sumrall off the board here in the second inning. Sumrall's left so far 2 runners on the base paths and have only gotten 2 hits, but they've gotten 4 runs to add to their credit. Those 2 errors are so far costly for the Aggies right now. 2 runs are earned, and then don't know that you'd count Billy Garrity's run as earned. Definitely not Javen Williams either. But if you're a Forest County AHS fan, you look at how Odom has responded there in the second inning. You say, well, you had a lengthy first inning that went all the way to batter number 8. Meanwhile, you come back into the second inning and you complete the inning with only 10 pitches thrown. Excuse me, 9 pitches thrown. I'm trying to tell you how many he had back in the first inning. It was a lot. Had 27 back in the first inning, did Levi Odom, so that brings his total up now to 36 through 2 innings. Meanwhile, Halen Sanford here for Sumrall, only 28 pitches thrown and has only faced 6 batters.
Leading off the top of the third for Forest County, the catcher, Braden Monet.
Braden Monte, or Montet, not sure how you say it. I forgot to go over there and check with Forest County's head coach or anybody else on the staff to get an idea of how these fellows' names are pronounced. My apologies for unprofessionalism. Sanford back ready to work, facing Montet to start off the inning. He goes into his windup and deals the first pitch up high, ball 1. Pretty good fastball. Pops the mid of Crawford pretty well, but misses up. Appreciate you joining us this evening for Sumrall Bobcat Baseball here on the Athletics YouTube channel. Foul ball back. Even count 1-1 to Braden Montet of the Aggies. Kelly Center having the night off. I'm Caleb Hamill filling in. And a lovely day at Larry Knight Field. Here's the 1-1. Another fastball. That one catches the outer half. Sanford back in front of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Going through his signs. The righty toes the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 of the game. 6 of the 7 outs right now are on strikeouts for Sanford. In a young game, but man, what an outing so far. Jason Garner now standing in, center fielder, batting in the 8th spot for the Aggies. Here's the first offering to him right down Broadway, strike 1. Sophomore righty for the Aggies of Forest County AHS. That pitch misses to even the count. Garner batting 143 on the season, has 1 double as his lone extra base hit, has batted in 3 runners so far on the season. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Little chopper, third baseman charging for it. Barrett comes up with it, throws the long across the diamond in time. Good job by Barrett to charge that ball down the line and got to it in time to retire Garner. First time we've had an out that wasn't on a strikeout since the first batter, Ethan Watts. Out number 2 of the inning, and the 9-spot hitter, Mario Green. Number 2 in the maroon and white pinstripes. 2 down in the inning. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Only 8 pitches so far in the inning for Haylen Sanford. 0-1, fastball right in there. No balls and 2 strikes. Trying to make it a 10-pitch inning, perhaps. Sanford, the wind and the deal. Ooh, just off the outside corner. Good setup, though. I've got a lot of swinging strikeouts from the Aggies so far in this game. That one looked quite appealing. But a good eye for Green. Sanford with a 1-2 pitch, and here it comes. Little chopper. Slowly rolled to second. Barry comes up, throws it, and got him by a step. 1, 2, 3 again go the Aggies in the inning, and Sumrall retains their lead 4-0 as they go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. A quick moving game so far. Sumrall will have the middle 3rd of the order. Billy Garrity, Javen Williams, and Hunter Barrett due up. I want to thank some more sponsors for our Sumrall Athletics broadcast of baseball. I want to thank our local friends at Sonic for their proud partnership with our Athletics YouTube channel and all they do to support this team and their endeavors. I also want to thank Premier Orthopedic for all your orthopedic needs. Go visit them. Tell you what, though, a Sonic corn dog sounds great right now. We had some great food that was brought here to the press box, but tell you, I didn't get the scoop. I know Kelly Sanders is a master of food, but he doesn't like to share some of these details. I'm going to give him a text or more coming up here later. Ask him why he didn't tell me. They had red beans and rice and bread pudding available to us workers tonight, and I had no idea about it. C'est la vie, that's life. Sumrall back to the batting side. Billy Garrity will lead things off. He walked and scored back in the 1st inning. Reached 3rd on a wild pitch and scored on the error that allowed allowed Hunter Barrett to reach. 2 errors in that first inning for Forest County AHS. Here's the first offering to Garrity, batting from the left side, and that first pitch is way outside for ball 1. Coach Knight, a delay to get over to the third base coaching box, but we won't mark that against him. Here's the 1-0. Outside again. Garrity got all the way to a full count pitch and reached on a walk. In his only plate appearance of the game, that one more appealing, and it catches the strike zone. Got us a decent crowd on hand, especially from the Sumrall supporters. Forest County with a little bit of an appearance. Ooh, on the outside corner. That one, pretty close pitch right there. We have a good look of balls that cross the plate. Here just a little higher than what your home plate camera shows. Here's the 2-2. Check swing and pitch misses. Now once again Garrity with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Outfielders playing pretty deep. Middle infielders playing near the grass. Here's the full count pitch upstairs, and he's walked for a second time.
Left fielder, Javen Williams.
Kind of pitching around Garrity right there. Had 2 pitches that missed pretty badly to the outside, just trying to maybe see if he'll chase one, but Garrity not fooled, and he gets a pretty good at-bat out of the deal. Battling back from being an even 2-2, takes 2 pitches and gets first. Javen Williams, who reached on an error charge to the shortstop Blake Polk, who had a better second inning. Now stands in, runner takes a big lead, and the first pitch is a strike called. Sun's beginning to set here at Sumrall. With the sun setting, we're going to get a little bit of a drop in degrees. Here's the 0-1, inside and up. An even count, 1 ball and 1 strike now. Runner at first base is Billy Garrity. Javen Williams at the plate. Throw to the righty is upstairs for ball 2. Williams batting .294 on the year. 13 RBIs, 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run to his credit. Puts a shot of this one, center field. Center fielder Garner ranging back, camping out, but gets the catch, and now Garrity is going to have to try back to first. He's about a step and a half from second, waiting for that fly ball to finally drop. And we'll have to stay put over there at first base after the fly out to center field. First out of the inning, Hunter Barrett now taking a step up toward the batter's box and gets his signs from Coach Knight, and he's ready. Another one of those Bobcat batters that reached on an error in the first inning. First pitch to him, a breaking ball that drops in there. Sumrall trying to notch district win number 6 on the season. Forest County trying to get their second. Runner with a straight steal. Garrity going down to second. The throw over, and they got him. Just a straight steal while Odom was looking in at the signs, just trying to catch him sleeping. It doesn't pay off for the Bobcats as Garrity represents the second out of the inning now. 1-6 on the caught stealing, out number 2, and Hunter Barrow with a no ball, 1 strike count, 2 down. Bold move, didn't pay off for the Bobcats. Here's the 0-1. Pitched down and in. Would have been Garrity's 7th stolen base, and prior to that mark, he had a pretty perfect stolen base record, 6 for 6. Here's the 2-1. Bouncer to the plate, and it's 3-1. That's Odom's first pickoff of the season. A freshman with a 3-1 pitch, and it's fouled off at the plate by Hunter Barrett. That runs the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Would be an unconventional 3 up, 3 down if the Aggies get the strikeout here, the 3-2, and they foul it off. Barrett stays alive at the plate with a foul ball. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Odom winds and deals. The payoff pitch fouled off again. Umpire needs a couple new baseballs. Mason Story comes over and delivers them. Three and two once again. Odom from the wind. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Hard hit ball back up the middle. A base hit for the Bobcats. Hunter Barrett laces one into center field. Garner comes in for it and throws it infield. Throws it to the infield.
First baseman Mason Story.
Mason Story, who grounded out in his first at bat, now with a chance to try to get a little 2-out rally going for the Bobcats. They lead it 4-0 here. Just the 3rd hit of the game. Barrett taking a slight lead over there at first base. Odom looking over his left shoulder at him. And now will throw over. Story is at the plate, and here's a senior for the Bobcats, batting .320 on the year, 11 RBIs, a pretty decent mark, 4 doubles, and 1 home run to his credit as well. That one's a long fly ball to right field, but foul and out of play. Tell you, straighten out that swing a little bit more. 305 to the line and right. That ball can be gone if you hit a deep enough fly ball. Pretty shallow porch out there. Nothing more than a long strike. Mason Story with an 0-2 count, or 0-1 count. That pitch is in there for strike 2. Hunter Barrett standing at first base after battling off a couple pitches on a 3-2 count. Wants his buddy Mason Story to try to battle on an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch upstairs. Story no trouble and letting that pitch drift over his eyes. A look over to first from Odom. A righty sets, looks at the plate and deals. Way outside. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Barrett with a slight lead at first base. Deuces wild. Here's the pitch and fouled off to the right side in the air once again. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at first is Hunter Barrett. Bobcats could have had Billy Garrity at second base by now, but he was caught stealing. Odom, while he was looking at his signs from his catcher, Garrity trying to steal second base, and Odom caught him, picked him off for the shortstop. The 2-2 pitch to Mason Story. Fouled off again, and he's staying alive. We don't have any Bee Gees to play right here. You know, a little staying alive, staying alive. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss, and it's held on to by the catcher Montet, and the Bobcats strand a runner once again. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We played through 3 innings. Sumrall still leads 4-0, although their 4 runs all came in the first inning and haven't been able to plate one since then. Swinging strikeout from Story is the 2nd strikeout earned by Levi Odom of the game. And what seemed to have taken quite a long time to get through that bottom half of the inning, Odom completes it Let's see with how many pitches he threw. Threw 25 in that inning. So he's up to 61 pitches in the game so far. Halen Sanford, meanwhile, going back through his warm-ups, only 39 pitches through 3 innings, has 6 strikeouts to his credit. He's gotten a pair of ground outs and then a fly out to retire 9 straight batters so far. Tell you what we'll do. We'll thank a couple more of these Bobcat supporters. I'll tell you that for all your real estate needs, you can call Lewis Norman with All Pro Realty. Looking for a home in the Sumrall area? Feel free to give Lewis Norman a call. I also want to thank Diversified Forestry for their support of Sumrall Athletics and our YouTube channel. The 1, 2, and 3 hitters due up for the Aggies here in the inning. Ethan Watts, who flew out to center field, will start off the inning. We're in the top of the 4th. Sumrall leading 4-0. First offering grounded right back to the pitcher. Gets by him. The shortstop having to glove it and throw it, and he got it in time. Tanner Morgan with a dandy play after the ball really slowed up going past the pitcher. Sanford got a glove on it. He actually officially gets an assist out of the deal. 1-6-3 on the putout, out number 1. And now Blake Polk at the plate. So we've made it a complete trip through the order. I believe they're all right-handers, these Aggies. Can't remember a guy that was left-handed. Ball 1 outside to Watts. One ball, no strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, big cut for Polk that time. He was a strikeout victim, the first of Halen Sanford's 6 he's collected. Struck out on a 2-2 count. Represented the second out of the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, the delivery. Upstairs, missed that time, 2-1. I've got my producer Seth White up here, and he just went and grabbed some of this delicious bread pudding. At least it smells like it is. Is it good, Seth? Oh, my gosh. I may get you to cover one of these next few innings. I'll go down and get me some. You know how to do this, right? You seem like a talented fella. You can get it done. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs again. If I have one weakness, it's definitely bread pudding. Sanford falling behind in the count, hasn't issued a walk in the game so far. 3-1 the count to Blake Polk. Sanford sets. He delivers. Swing and a miss. I'll tell you, when they're turning on him, they're turning with a big all-around swing. Well, Sanford's gotten back into this at-bat. 3-2 now the count. The righty with a payoff pitch. Strike 3 called right down Broadway at the knees. Cha-ching indeed as Polk goes down looking, a backwards K for the junior shortstop. And strikeout number 7 for Sanford. Alec Adams, another right-hander, designated hitter in this game. With 2 down in the inning, standing in. He was a strikeout victim back in the first, then again, who hasn't been. First offering, way out in front of that pitch, off speed with a 71-mile-per-hour pitch. Nasty stuff from Sanford. An exchange of baseballs going on. Beautiful night for baseball here in Sumrall. Alec Adams at the plate. Behind in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Can he set them down in order again? On the way. Bounces that one to the plate. Ten pitches thrown so far in this inning. His total's up to 49 in the game so far. One ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he fights that one off, does Adams. Still a 1-2 count. Sanford trying to not strike out number 8. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sanford delivers. That one's laced towards left field, and that one drops for the first hit of the game for the Aggies. That breaks up a perfect game and no-hitter as Adams collects his first base hit of the contest and reaches with 2 down.
Pitcher, Levi Odom.
Odom, who led off the second inning with a strikeout, now standing in with a runner at first. Freshman right-hander. Sanford playing pretty true to stats with an ERA of 1.11. Hasn't given up a run so far. There's a pitch on the outside corner to Odom. He's got a 4-1 overall record in 7 appearances. Big swing and a miss that time. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, strike 3 called. He froze Odom with that one. Sanford notches strikeout number 8. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Sanford, and the first hit given up in the game for the Bobcats. $15 pitches in the inning and 54 thrown overall for Sanford through 4 complete. He'd love for his Bobcats to get some runs here in this inning and help pad the lead and possibly allow the Bobcats to not have to play the full 7. They're 6 runs away from being able to get that 10-run ruler in the 5th inning. You don't want to throw the mojo off right here, but that would certainly be a wonderful thing. Four to nothing your score. Sumrall on top. Levi Odom back on the hill. Sumrall going to send Seth Mitchell, Tanner Morgan, and Dennis Jackson to the plate, a combined 0 for 4 so far in the game between those 3 batters.
Lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Bobcats, designated hitter Seth Mitchell.
Mitchell was the strikeout victim to end the first inning. At the lone at bat that he's had so far in the game. Here's the first offering to him from Odom. That pitch is up and in, ball 1. Sumrall only 3 hits so far in the game, but they have 4 runs to go with them. Aggies have committed 2 errors in the game, and that's one of the reasons Sumrall has had success so far. You see Coach Knight rounding home, heading over to his coaching position at third base. 2-0 the count. Seth Mitchell at the plate. A swing and a miss for strike 1. Levi Odom going into his windup. Here's the 2-1. Off speed, got him swing and miss. Ties up the count, 2-2 now. First batter of the inning, Seth Mitchell, the DH in this game. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mitchell's a strikeout victim once again. Tanner Morgan will now take his stance. senior right-hander, grounded out to short in his first at bat back in the second inning. Since giving up those 4 runs, Odom's been able to face only 4 batters in each of the innings since. He's facing the minimum so far here in the 4th. Pitch up and in and nearly clipped Tanner Morgan. Ball 1 called. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs for another ball. Two balls, no strikes. Outfield with a wide gap to the opposite field side. Way up and out of the zone. We'd love to hear where you're tuning in from tonight. Haven't had a little time for a Bobcat shout in just a second. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Inside. Oh, they call it on the corner. A delay called strike. Tanner Morgan thought he was walked. I thought he was too. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count instead. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. The at-bat continues. Tanner Morgan at the plate. Dennis Jackson on deck. Here's the payoff pitch. Grounder towards third. And booting it, the shortstop having to backhand it. There won't be a play. Error charge to Mason Schowles over at third base. He is a freshman. But Tanner Morgan does reach with 1 down. Here's Dennis Jackson. So if you want to chime in and tell us where you're watching from tonight, you can text the number that I'll give to you, 662, I know not a 601 area code, 662-603-7822. Tell us how you're or where you're watching from tonight. 662-603-7822. A little Bobcat shout-outs. Tanner Morgan getting the ball tossed over to him. Wanted to try to avoid being a pickoff attempt, or a pickoff victim, I should say. Jackson has grounded out in both his at-bats so far today. Here's the first offering to him. It misses for ball 1. One to no, runner at first base and 1 down here in the inning. Levi Odom stretches and pitches. Big cut and a miss from Jackson. An even 1-ball, 1-strike count. Jackson trying to get his first hit of the game. A lot of Bobcats without hits so far. Here's the 1-1. Showed bunt, takes a pitch high. Jackson batting .321 on the season. Was originally more of a stolen or a pinch runner, a courtesy runner type. They've since trusted him at the plate. And right now he's got a 3-ball and 1-strike count. If he's walked, it would be the 4th one given up by Odom in the game, and he is. So Jackson reaches for the first time in the game and does so on the 4th walk issued by Levi Odom. Bobcats with 1 down and a runner that reached base on an error. Have 2 runners on and 1 down. And Forest County's going to have a little chat on the mound. So far in the game, Sumrall leads at 4-0. They've had 4 runs on 3 hits. They have not had a defensive error so far in the game, and they've stranded 3 runners, 1 in each of the innings. Meanwhile, for the Aggies, they have no runs. They have 1 hit to their credit. They got that finally in the 4th inning from Alec Adams in the 3 spot. But no runs on 1 hit. They have had 3 charged errors, 1 of those in this inning, 2 in the first. and have left no runner stranded, or excuse me, one runner stranded. Because prior to that hit given up to Adams, Halen Sanford had a perfect game going. Little Jeopardy theme music going on. I always love some of the antics at different baseball venues. Zane Berry with runners at first and second and one down at the plate. Here's the pitch from Odom, way up inside. Berry in an RBI situation with a runner in scoring position down at second base. Trying to get RBI number 10 or more. Pitch misses, 2-0. Once again, if you want to tell us where you're watching from tonight, we'll give you that number once again. Pitch misses high, 3-0. Tell us where you're watching from tonight, 662-603-7822. We'll give you a little shout out here on the stream tonight. Here's the 3-0. Pitch on the inside corner, and Berry will have to stick around for a few more pitches. Perhaps just one more. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hard hit ball past the shortstop and into center field. Around third comes Morgan, and he will score. Stopping at third base is Jackson, and Berry goes into second base with a nice RBI single.
Catcher, Graham Crawford.
So he does get RBI number 10 on the season, and Graham Crawford now, who has 2 RBIs already on the day, in another situation to get an RBI. Sumrall leading now 5-0, and that error that got Tanner Morgan on base proves costly in this one. Jackson goes first to third on the base hit from Berry, and Crawford takes ball 1. Crawford homered in his first at bat, flew out to center field in his next one, 1 for 2 on the day. 1-0 pitch way into the left-hander's batter's box, or right-hander's batter's box. Trying to stay away from Crawford. They know he can pull one out to right field, and they're respecting that by playing relatively deep in the outfield. 2-0. Ooh. Montet just kept his glove on that one. Nearly went above into the backstop. One thing, though, about this backstop, it can have a little bit of a kickoff to it, which plays in your favor as a catcher. Not a whole lot of room behind the plate. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Crawford. Laces that one high in the air, straight up. Won't get off the infield very much. Second baseman and first baseman calling for it. Second baseman reaches back and finally finds it. Green nearly lost it. Wade Riles at first definitely lost it. But Crawford pops out. And Billy Garrity with a chance to try to score a run or 2 more. 2-out rally time for the Bobcats as they have runners at second and third. Berry at second, Jackson at third. Not an infield fly situation right there. Pitch misses down to Garrity. One ball, no strikes with 2 down in the inning. Odom with a long look in, spinning the baseball with his right hand. Selects a pitch, goes into the stretch, and delivers. Ooh, well framed by Montet and gets the strike call on the outside corner. An even 1 ball, 1 strike count. Righty Odom delivers. Down in the dirt, or the turf, I should say. 2-1. Sumrall leading 5-0. here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. A line drive into right field. Right fielder backing up to the wall, and it is gone. A 3-run homer for Billy Garrity. Billy Garrity's 8th home run of the year. Touch 'em all, Mr. Garrity. Bobcats in front by 8 runs. Jackson, Berry, and Garrity crossing home on the 3-run homer. And the 2-out rally is going pretty well. And now they're going out to check on the right fielder, Ethan Watts, who tried to rob Garrity of that home run as he reached his arm up in the air to try to get it off the top of the fence. And I'll tell you, it's not a smooth padding on the top of the fence. I think it's straight wooden planks up there. It's not cut off and sanded down very well, I'd assume. But, man, what a nice deep ball hit by Billy Garrity. 2nd home run of the day for the Bobcats, and 2nd one given up by Levi Odom. Ethan Watts out there in right field is saying that he's still good to keep playing, and number 19 in maroon and white is saying he's still good.
Left fielder,
Javen Williams now at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error in the 1st and flew out to center in his last at bat. Has an empty set of bases with 2 down. We got a longtime outfielder Logan Powell watching the stream tonight. Watching from the 601. Thanks, Logan, for joining us tonight here on Sumrall Athletics YouTube channel. Javen Williams with a 1-ball, no strike count. Bases empty. The ground ball right back to the pitcher. Odom should do it. He'll run over to first and flip it in time for the out. 1-3 on the putout, but the Bobcats plate 4 runs. 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on. Through 4, Sumrall in front 8-0, and you like to think for the Bobcats going into a 5th inning with just a game that's 2 runs away from being a 10-run rule, you could possibly get a little walk-off win, but we won't put the cart before the horse. Halen Sanford is back on the mound, ready to deal to the Forest County lineup. They'll have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Seniors only got 54 pitches invested so far in this game. They'll face Wade Riles, then Daniel Kelly, and Braden Montet. Bobcats plating 8 runs so far on 5 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on the bases so far. Meanwhile, the Aggies with no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors that have proven costly, and then only 1 runner left on base. Wade Riles, 0 for 1 in the game. He'll lead things off in the inning. You may be able to see it, the right fielder for Sumrall, Billy Garrity, is peeking over the fence over there in right field trying to spot his 3-run home run ball that he hit earlier. That one took a big bounce and kind of went more toward the wooded area out there. That one bounced a little ways. Right-hander Riles standing in. Halen Sanford. He's only given up 1 hit, the only blemish to his record today. He gets a swing and a miss right there from Riles, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Here at the top of the 5th inning, Sumrall in front 8-0. Pitch misses way outside. That evens count 1-1. Seth White is the man with the plan and the bread pudding in my hand. 1-1. held there an extra beat. A ball is taken. Two balls, one strike. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth inning. Big swing and a miss. Now an even count, 2-2. Middle infielders for the Bobcats playing deep. Corner out infielders playing behind the bag a little bit. Foul ball, and Ryle stays alive at the plate. Outfield not playing relatively deep. They're playing straight up, though. Garrity is equidistant from the infield to the outfield fence. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Hard ground ball. Second baseman was frozen. Backhands it. Can he get the out? No. It's going to be an infield single. Second hit going to be given up by Halen Sanford, and Riles, a leadoff batter, is aboard. That'll bring Daniel Kelly to the plate. Christy Martin joining us on the Sumrall Athletics YouTube channel. I want to thank you for watching. Watching on what she says on her little digital TV out of Folsom, Louisiana. A lot of blue and gold heart emojis and baseballs as well in our text message there. Thanks to Christy and Logan Powell for joining us here tonight. Runner at first base and nobody out here for Daniel Kelly of the Aggies. 8-0 game. Sumrall on top. First pitch misses low. I'm Caleb Hamill filling in for Kelly Sander tonight. I'm happy you've joined us. Want to know the count, the pitch upstairs. And Sanford's starting to lose a little bit of his luster here. So far he's pitched 62 pitches in the game through 4+ innings. Left fielder Kelly struck out swinging in his first at bat. That one a strike. And that's Kelly's only at bat of the game. Pitch misses low and away. 3-1 now. Sanford has only had 3 balls in a count twice so far in the game, and both of those have resulted in strikeouts. Has not walked a batter in this game. Kelly taking his time at the plate as he had timeout called. 3 balls and a strike. Sanford working out of the stretch. Here it comes. On the outside corner, and Kelly threw the bat. He's going to have to go retrieve it. But a stolen base is earned by Riles. So that's the payoff, or the trade-off you get there, because Crawford had to hold the ball an extra beat just to get the strike call. By the time the strike was called, the runner, Riles, was already 2/3 of the way to first base. Couldn't get him out at that point. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sanford out of the stretch with a runner at second. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 9 for Sanford in the game. Wants to keep it going here. Montet was a strikeout victim to start off the 3rd inning. I highly doubt that Sanford's too concerned with the runner over there at second base in this inning so far. Slow chopper, left side foul. Nothing but a noisy strike. Zane Berry playing pretty deep over there at second base. Shaded a little bit more towards the center field side. Shaded toward the bag, I should say. 0-1 the count. They're going to throw back to second base. Morgan tried to apply the tag, but Riles was able to get back. Here's the 0-1. Strike called outside corner. And once again, Crawford holding it that extra beat, getting that call. And again, strikeout number 10. Sanford with an 0-2 pitch. Ooh, staying alive. Montet spoils one, and he'll have another 0-2 pitch upcoming. Taking his time, he'll come back to the plate now. Sanford with a long look in from the signs of Crawford. Gets set. Looks back. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing and strike called on the outside corner of backwards K, and strikeout number 10 for Halen Sanford. My goodness. What a day he's having. Came into the game with 19 strikeouts, has now collected 29 on the year. Over a third of his strikeouts have come from this game. Inside with that pitch to the righty, Jason Garner. One ball, no strikes. Runner at second base is Wade Riles, who reached on a hit, just the second hit given up by Sumrall in this game. 1-0, here's the pitch. Right in there for a strike. Forest County AHS fans thinking that pitch maybe was a little bit high. Nevertheless, a strike is called, and the count is even at 1-1 strikes to Garner. Here's the pitch. Upstairs with that one, and now Garner ahead in the count, 2-1 strike. Two balls and one strike, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And now deuces wild. Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs. A runner at second base. Garner at the plate. Sanford with a 2-2. Now he'll look back the runner. Again, looking through the signs of Graham Crawford. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, outside corner. Sanford collects 11 on the day. And he strikes out the side after giving out a leadoff base hit. They strand the runner, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. The 2 batters that have reached on a hit have been left stranded. Strikeout number 11 for Sanford, and judging on whether or not his Bobcats can collect 2 runs will determine whether or not his day is done. If all stays the same, or, well, let me say this. If the Bobcats do plate 2 runs, he'll finish off the day with 11 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits, no runs, and 5 innings of work. A near perfect day for Sanford. A 2-hit shutout would be his fate if, once again, his Bobcats can plate 2 runs. They'll have Hunter Barrett, Mason Story, and Seth Mitchell due up. A collective 1 for 6 on the day. But you know what that means? That means they're due, right? Absolutely. Levi Odom is back on the hill for the Aggies to try to finish off 5 innings of work.
Leading off the bottom of the field for Sumrall, third baseman Hunter Barrett.
Hunter Barrett with the only hit amongst the first 3 batters of this inning. He has a single and an RBI so far in the game. He reached on an error charged to the first baseman on a dropped catch from the second baseman Green, so Wade Riles with the error there. But then he reached on a single in the 3rd inning to make his day 1 for 2, I should say. Number 7 in powder blue, navy and gold to lead off the inning. Odom into his windup. Here's the first offering. Came in and plunked him on the back shoulders. Right above the number 7, and he reaches on 1 pitch.
First baseman, Mason Story.
First hit by pitch that Odom has given up in this game. Sumrall's 24th batter plunked this season. So the potential game-winning run is at the plate right now. Mason Story with a runner at first base at the moment. Sumrall leading 8-0 in this affair. First pitch, a big swing and a miss from Story, strike 1. He's 0 for 2 today, grounded out to short for the second out of the first inning, and then struck out to end the 3rd. Story 320 on the year, puts a charge into this one into left center field. This one's going to stay in the park though, but it's bobbled by the center fielder Garner. Another error charged. And so Story's at first, Barrett at second. I tell you, Garner should have made that play easily. And that may be all she wrote for Levi Odom. Let's see what they choose to do. His coach is seemingly asking for the baseball, and he's going to make some defensive rotation changes. Odom's going to go over to third base. Mason Schau's going to check out. Schau's was the man who was in the field but not batting. And going to have a man coming out of the dugout. Got to be Miles Green coming into the contest, a freshman right-hander. Miles Green on the year. A 0 ERA, only 2 appearances. See how many innings of work that Miles has. He has just an inning and 2/3 of work. He's given up 1 hit, struck out 3 batters out of the 8 he's faced. So minimal work for Green this year. Not a whole lot to say about him so far this season. Has hit a batter with a pitch this season. Only 25 throws all year long. It's a couple freshmen for the Aggies in this game. Once again, want to thank some of these sponsors that Sumrall's had for these broadcasts. Once again, thanks to State Farm agents Stacy Clark and Lance Ware. Also ComSouth and the Family Practice After Hours, sponsors of our Sumrall Athletics baseball broadcasts. Once again, I want to thank Kelly Sanner tonight for, although being unable to come tonight, for asking me to join you this evening. Very appreciative of all he does to help out these broadcasts. And also, I want to thank Jeremy Thompson for helping us out on the stream, as well as Seth White, who's been producing for us tonight. Well, the warm-ups have concluded for Miles Green on the mound. Logan, I'll get his name right in a second. Levi Odom moves off the mound and over to third base, and I believe that's the only defensive changes that I've seen for Forest County AHS. Winning run at first base for Sumrall, and the pitch is on the inside corner to Seth Mitchell for a strike call. Nobody out in the inning. Should have been an out for Mason Story on the fly out to center field. It was deep, about 360 to that wall out there in center field, but it's just mishandled by Jason Garner. Pitch on the inside corner, another strike called. Seth Mitchell been a strikeout victim twice. He's done it swinging in both affairs, once in the first and the other in the fourth. In the hole, 0-2 here. Here's the pitch. Way inside that time, in line with the batter's box line. We've seen that called a strike, though, a couple times tonight. Behind the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ooh, got him. Swinging or looking, it was in the zone, and Mitchell's bat was way out in front of the plate anyway. Out number 1, 9th spot of the order, Tanner Morgan. Tanner's got 3 extra base hits on the year, has a home run and 2 doubles. Got 7 RBIs on the year, and he's 0 for 2 in the game. Here's the first pitch to him, way inside, nearly hit him. One and 0. Tanner Morgan at the plate. Inside, and that one does hit him. Second hit by pitch given up by Green this year, and now the Bobcats are a base hit away from walking off this game. Hunter Barrett was a hit by pitch victim in the first at bat of this inning. Now stands at third base. Mason Story in scoring position at second. And the first pitch on the outside corner to Dennis Jackson at the top of the order. Jackson trying to get his first hit of the game, and it would be a walk-off hit if it's good enough. Here's the 0-1. Way inside. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch popped up on the infield. Going to stay in play. The first baseman, Riles, camping out. He makes the catch.
Second baseman, Zane Berry.
Well, they may force the 6th inning. But Zane Berry, he's got an RBI on the day for scoring a run back in the 4th inning. Scored Tanner Morgan, who reached on the error. Here's a first pitch to him. Downstairs, ball 1. Every base is occupied. Barrett at third, Story at second, Morgan at first. Berry at the plate. The 1-0. Way outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 2 down. The pitch to Berry. Right in there. Berry gets a good base hit. He'll score the runs. Here's the pitch. Lays toward the gap. This one may drop, and it does for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the winning run. The Bobcats walk it off.
That is a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Zane Berry walks it off with a 10-run rule, bottom of the 5th inning.
At Forest County, game time 6 o'clock.
Zane Berry with a 3-hit day, 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, and the best 2 came in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 down. And the senior got the job done. Bobcats win it tonight 10-0. Halen Sanford, also a hero in the game, completes 5 innings of work, a shutout game, gave up only 2 hits, struck out 11 batters, never walked a man. Good day all around for the Bobcats. They'll face the same Forest County AHS Aggies tomorrow afternoon. Starting at 6 p.m., we'll have the stream going for you live from Brooklyn, Mississippi. Until then, this is Caleb Hamels filling in for Kelly Sanner, for our producer tonight, Seth White, and our executive producer, Jeremy Thompson. I'm Caleb Hamel once again saying so long from Larry Knight Field. Once again, your final score, Sumrall defeats the Aggies 10-0. You've been watching Bobcat Baseball on the Sumrall Athletics YouTube channel. Good night.